Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about 3 things I wish I did to my Lincoln MKZ when I bought it. I've owned my 2015 MKZ Hybrid since 2019, and fast forward to 2024, we're at 315,000 kilometers on it so far. During this time, there's been some things I didn't know existed in the automotive world, and I wish I knew ahead of time. So today I'll talk about some of those things. I know many of you are watching without subscribing, so hit that subscribe button and show your support to my channel. The goal is to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so let's see if we can make it happen. If you want to connect with other Lincoln MKZ owners, check out the Real Lincoln MKZ Facebook enthusiast group online. I will leave a link in the description below. The first thing I wish I did to my Lincoln MKZ when I bought it is install a bumper cover. A bumper cover can be an actual cover, usually known as a bra, or it could be a film. Since I do a lot of highway driving, my bumper is totally ruined by rock chips. It's gotten to a point where my paint is chipping, fading, and there's physical damage to the bumper from rock chips. So it's not a smooth surface anymore from when it started out from. This could have been all prevented if I installed at least a paint protection film. When I was a young kid in the 2000s, I would see cars with a black front bumper bra, and I would think to myself how ugly it looked. I still think to this day they look very ugly, but you don't really see them that much anymore because protection film has come a long way, and it seems to be a more appealing option compared to a bumper bra. The paint protection film is usually clear, but you can get it in other colors as well. This is something I really wish I did to my MKZ when I bought it, because now I have to replace the whole front bumper or get it refinished. This can be prevented, so make sure to invest in that bumper protection film or something along those lines if you're doing a lot of highway driving. The second thing I wish I did to my Lincoln MKZ is powder coat my wheels instead of painting them. For the love of God, do not paint your wheels. They will peel no matter what. Mine has primer, paint, and clear coat on it, and it's still peeling. Look how bad it looks with all the peeling going on. Just don't do it. Yes, it's cheaper than powder coating, but it doesn't last as long. For those of you who don't know what powder coating is, it's a dry finishing process created by an electric charge that causes a dry powder to fuse to a metal surface. This is then baked in a curing oven to achieve a smooth coating. It is usually created to a hard finish that is tougher than conventional paint. Powder coating does not have a liquid carrier, which means that it can produce thicker coatings than conventional liquid coatings without running or sagging. This will last you much longer than conventional paint, but it does come at a higher price compared to the paint. I was charged $300 to paint all 4 wheels, and I did it twice because the first time it wasn't done properly, so I had to do it another time, so I spent a total of $600 just to paint the wheels. Don't be like me, do it right the first time if you're interested in changing the color of your wheels. The third thing is something I regret doing, and I wish I had more information on it before I did it, and that was upgrading the speakers. So in 2019, right when I bought this car, I changed out the front door panel speakers into some kicker speakers because I didn't like how the THX audio sounded. What I didn't know was that you also need to add an extra amplifier because the newer speakers need more power for optimal performance. The stock THX amplifier doesn't have enough power for the new speakers, so the new speakers won't sound as good if you try to crank up the volume. And if you do crank up the volume, there will be a popping noise and the speaker will bottom out. With older cars, you can throw in a newer speaker and call it a day. These are complex systems on the MKZ, and adding a new amplifier can be very costly because everything is integrated into the screen. So this will require more work. If you want to change the speakers, definitely budget for a full sound upgrade and don't just do it half-assed like me. Last but not least, I wish I undercoated my vehicle. It's not too late now to undercoat, but it's much needed to preserve the overall life of the vehicle. I live in a snowy area, so our vehicles get exposed to salt and dirt for 6 months, and that can eat your vehicle. Luckily on the MKZ, I've maintained it well and there is very minimal rust underneath the car. But I've seen MKZs with half the mileage of my car that's completely rusted out underneath. Undercoating can be expensive and can run you about $250 to $1,000 depending on what product you use. But I can guarantee it is a great investment if you live in a snow belt. My 30-year-old Oldsmobile Aurora has undercoating on it, and there's barely any rust on it. Anyways guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section what you wish you did to your MKZ when you bought it. See you all next time.